Hello, welcome back to another doujinshi review from White Album 2. Now today we're going to be looking at an art doujinshi. This one's kind of the sketchy pre-line art phase of the art, and the book is chock full of it, so it's kind of interesting to see this part of the artistic process. And it is entirely White Album 2, which makes this kind of a fun little sketchy book. So we'll be reading Galore Cafe Mini Vox WA2. So right off the bat on the cover, we have a very happy Setsuna and a very angry Kazusa. They are wearing the school festival concert outfits here, and they're looking very adorable. So let's dive right in. Now right off the bat, an adorable Kazusa. This is written here by 2C equals Garoa. You might have seen him from other doujinshis from White Album. He's sort of a popular artist as far as White Album 2 circles go. So he says here, I hope you can enjoy this even a little, although it's just sketches. But they're very beautifully done, so of course we are going to enjoy. We have a little Kazusa and Setsuna here. They're very, very cute. I love seeing them happy. I love seeing them being friends. So our angry Kazusa. Here he's saying, in the beginning, I couldn't even draw at all, but he's happy he was able to get to this point where he's able to draw like this, which honestly is fantastic. So being extremely humble here. Now we have a page of Setsunas. So here the artist was speaking about, on the bottom left, that kind of style. He was thinking about making like a shoujo type doujin, something very cutesy, sort of focused on Setsuna here, but ended up just including a whole bunch of sketches instead. Very cute. I love the glasses and braids Setsuna. This is my favorite Setsuna. She's just so pretty. Very nice. And then we have a Kazusa page. It's very sad. It's very opposite the other page, honestly. Very nice. And again, being very humble, saying, I couldn't draw it. But clearly he did, because these are excellent. I love the little tongue out Kazusa here. Extremely well done. So on this page, they're mentioning that this was a contender for the cover here. The cover of the doujin that he had wanted to draw originally, a full story doujin. It's very cute. The school uniforms, Haruki's guitar. It's adorable. Then moving on, we have the whole trio. And I love them. And he's talking here about how he loves the three of them so much. Like the three of them being three as opposed to two. So that's very nice. The lines are beautiful in these images. So these are not just like a pencil sketch. This is full line art. This is inked and all, as would be common if it were a full doujin. And now, I love these. So fully shaded, fully colored in examples of all the characters. And this includes their height. This is kind of like a character height chart, which I love. I think that's very interesting. And he does mention on this page that you need to be careful when drawing all these character profiles like this, because there's a lot to get right. There's a lot to focus on here. But the shading is extremely well done in this. He chose to use the dot style shading, if you see here. And that's typical, just to save some ink when printing doujins. Very, very cool. It's interesting to see Tomo looking looking her age, I suppose. Because starting in the closing chapter, Tomo just looks so much older than all of the other characters, although she's not. She definitely looks it. So I like this artist's rendition of her while in high school. I think they did a very good job here. So this was also another sketch contender of the cover page. So we have the piano. We can assume this is the second music room. We have Kazusa and then Setsuna here. Very cute. And just to kind of compare, the cover that they did end up going with was this one with the concert uniforms. But this one would have been very cute too. I do like that quite a bit. And then on the last page, just a very wistful looking Kazusa. And although this is probably the least detailed image, I do love it. Looking up at whether it's the sun or the moon, we're not sure, but looking away from the camera, like that's just a very powerful image. It's very nice. I enjoy it. So just talking about, sorry they couldn't make a full-on doujin, but they ended up with this art doujin. Really hope you enjoyed it. This artist specifically mentions that there's so many stories he wanted to write. He wanted to talk about so many different parts, so many endings. He wanted to discuss the endings that he liked, but it's just so hard to put together a full doujin and to get the story quite right. So he released this mini instead, which is still beautiful and we love it. So 2C equals Garoa. You can find the website there. This was released in November. And that is all, other than a cute little present there. So, thanks so much for joining me on this doujinshi review of Galore Cafe Mini. I will be doing more White Album 2 doujin reviews in the future, so stay tuned until then, and I hope you take care. See you!